I want to give massive thanks to all of my supporting members and patrons. Thank you all so very much. Hello, good evening and welcome to you all. A couple of quick announcements straight off the bat. I want to say, first of all, I need to adjust my microphone. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I can hear myself a bit, that's better. First of all, I want to say off the bat, a big welcome to Charlie Welch. This afternoon, or early evening, I spent a while on Nathan Oakley's channel and Charlie Welch joined me in the side chat. We were tackling Flerfs, weren't we, Charlie? That was fun. A little bit too much fun, I think, but never mind. Next thing I want to announce is, after the last live stream, I'm not entirely sure, not 100% sure, if these two super chats got read out. I think the first one did, but I'll read them again just to make sure. Waikika Moo Cow, for $2 said, "Great show, Mr. S." Big thanks, Waikika Moo Cow. That's the one I think I read. And from Ira Gwynn, there was a super chat for £5 that said, "Only just got here due to YouTube notifications not working. Have a fiver for being a boldy guy like me." Thanks, Ira. Yes, I did want to make sure I got those read out. A few hellos. Brian jumping in at random as always. Eric Hare, I can see there. Hello, Eric. Turtle Moose. Thud, Now Pinion. And I saw Now Pinion asked, "What should we call you now, Mr. Sensible?" Well, for those who don't know, I've started a new channel, see the pinned comment up above, started a new channel with Mrs. Sensible called First Time Watching, where we show reactions to watching a film for the first time. We have a little over 400 subscribers off the bat. I'm really, really grateful for that and appreciate all of you who have come over and subbed and all of you who joined us on the initial live premiere. So why is Now Opinion asking this, I hear you ask? He's asking this because we decided it was going to be pretty darn difficult acting naturally and not giving away our names, which is just as well, because in the very first video, first cut, one which hasn't been shown because we had to ditch it, we used each other's names. Now we could go through and bleep it out, but to be honest, what was the point? So we've been absolutely open with our first names, which is why I said anyone who goes over will see me dox myself to a very little amount. So now I was asking, should we use my names, the names that we have on First Time Watching, or just Mr. Sensible? Well, I don't mind. Mr. S, Mr. Sensible, saves confusion when we're doing Flat Earth, Globe Earth, because the other channel is totally different. However, I don't mind if my first name is used. So those of you who are wondering, well, what is his first name? You should probably go over to First Time Watching and you'll find out. Oh, I know it's rotten, isn't it? But hey, got to do something to get people over there. Mrs. S. Say it's natural for me to call her Mrs. S. It's a bit embarrassing when we're in public and I turn around and say, "Hey, Mrs. S." Well, there we go. So to be honest, it doesn't matter either way. And for those who aren't aware, this other channel is so separate that I have had to come down like a ton of bricks on anything Flat Earth, Globe Earth. To be fair, there was nothing from any of you guys. There were a couple of Flat Earthers who decided to try and troll, and I just banned them. They're welcome to go on there and join in, because Flat Earth, Globe Earth is left at the door as far as Mrs. S and I are concerned. But no, a couple of them thought, hey, it'll be fun to do some trolling on there. Well, they didn't get very far. I spoke to the mods I've already allocated and said, if you see anything like that, tell them no Flat Earth, Globe Earth, and delete the message. If they carry on, block them. Simple as that. Mrs. S doesn't want it on there, and nor do I, to be honest. So carrying on, Tiny Captain Judy Bassett, hello to you. Turing Test. Yeah. Turing is my hero. He really is. As any of you who saw my thing about Bletchley Park will know, or should be able to guess. Amazing man. Dog Walker, Adam Balcom, Rob Slide, Watto UK, and even WPL having an attempt at writing his own Christmas carols. Welcome to you. So I hope you all had a good number of days since we last spoke. I came up with something special this afternoon, which I'll say now because I mentioned Charlie Welch. He was on there on Nathan's stream. Because, let me just get this up. I have, if I can get this working, here we go. I poked around on the side chat of Nathan's stream just to see what would float when you poke in the waters. And boy, did something float. They were arguing about sextants and earth curve and all that stuff. And I asked them, so what is a nautical mile? And they ignored me. And they demanded I answered some question that one of them had put. So I answered that question. I said, my turn, answer this. What is a nautical mile? And they ignored it. And it went on and on and on. Until finally I said, then tell me, what is a nautical mile? Stop avoiding me, please. And I got an answer. Do you want to see that answer? Here's the answer. A nautical mile on the sea moves up and down like a string not pulled snug, which is why 0.15 miles is added. That's all that it is. Oh my goodness. I'm gobsmacked. I'm flabber. Never has my flabber been so garsted in all my life. What a heap of steaming dingo's kidneys. Have you ever seen such crap? And this guy and others think they've got us over a barrel. They think they've got us beat. I mean, the stupid is beyond stupid. On Nathan's channel, he was with Brian's Brian's Logic. They were showing one of Blue Marble's videos, which Blue said that they could show, and I said, there you go, listen to Blue. He's explaining about nautical miles. And then they had Dense. Oh, it's not the Dense Man, is it? What is it? Oh, the 10th Man Rising talking, and said, listen to him. Well, I mean, if that's the height of their scientific expertise, I'm gobsmacked. I really am. I posted on excuse me. I posted that on my community board. I read the first few messages. I'm sure there's a whole bunch more. I also tweeted it out. I'm sure that one is going to spread around like wildfire. Hey, let's make it spread around like wildfire. Please tweet it. You can grab a copy of it off of my community tab. By all means, share it on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere. I mean, that's special. Talking of special, I've had a super duper chat that's come in through ifttt.com from Sven Burlands for €3. Thank you, Sven, saying, Shiba dog raising an arm to greet someone, asking, how is it going? Well, thanks for that, Sven. I know little of Shiba dog. Is that the dog that the meme is about, with the strange eyes looking dog, like the doggy coins? If it's not, I guess I'm not down with the kids anymore. Never mind at all. What else we got? Oh, big news, everyone. The 1 minute debunks are not forgotten. Not at all. No, sir. I closed the 1 minute debunks. I think it was on the 7th of December. And I actually had to whittle down a few entries because there was a couple people who submitted multiple entries, for which I was really grateful. And so I've limited them to 2 each, just to keep it down to a manageable number. But of course, every single entry gets will get a link in the description of the video and a recommendation to go and have a look at their channel, see what they got, and see if you'd like to sub. Yes, so the 1 minute debunks. We have a date now. It's penciled in fairly firmly for, I'm not sure the exact time, but penciled in fairly firmly for the 22nd of December 22nd of December. So that will be my last live before Christmas. And I guess that'll be the next live because it's only a few days off, isn't it? Oh, yes. So that should be good fun. We have got 20 one-minute debunks we're going to show on the show when I show it. Yeah, that does make sense, doesn't it? Sometimes I wonder if I'm just sat here talking crap. I listen to altogether too much crap, and it does tend to affect the mind somewhat. And I've not been letting these messages scroll, so I'm not sure what else is in there. Oh, Streamlabs says support Mr. Sensible via Patreon. Thank you very much then, Streamlabs. I have some wonderful patrons. You can see their names of patrons and members down below, for which, of course, I am extremely grateful. I tend to update the list about something of the order of once every 2 to 4 weeks, depending if I've had a flurry of new people or not. But yeah, every single one of them is really appreciated, as are every single one who comes in to these streams, watches the videos, who subscribes, who comments. Unless your name is Flatsoid or Mitchell from Australia. I think that I had a message from Mitchell from Australia, and I've been holding off sharing it with everyone. I think it's something I might unwrap to you all on a special Christmas Day message, like the Queen, really. I'm planning on there being a Christmas Day message, and I may reveal this secret special message from Mitchell from Australia. It's likely to be only a short stream. So if you have 10 minutes to spare on Christmas Day, you know, between opening all your prezzies and scoffing all your chocolate and that, perhaps you might want to see the Sensible Speech 2021 on Christmas Day. Kerry Wybenga says, good Flat Earth Day to all. It's not flat, Kerry, but we appreciate the sentiment. We really do. Hello to you. Right, is that everything? Yeah, so it's Charlie. You've seen Lumia, what's his name? Lumia Dumbhead's message. First time watching I've talked about. All right, so I had a debate, didn't I, with Dell Boy from Beyond the Imaginary Curve. That started off with me arriving after Mr. 42 told me that he was doing a stream about me. So I thought, well, I better have a look, as it's a stream about me. And yeah, it was. And Dell was being rather rude. He was calling me a moron, he was calling me this, he was calling me that. Just about every form of slagging off he could give, finishing with him saying I look like a predator. Thanks, Dell. So I said, he said, well, if only Mr. S would email me, I'll debate him. You know. And so I put in there, what's your email? We'll have a debate. And to be fair, he's doing his stream. You don't always see what's going on in the live chat, as we know. But I did post several times, and people saying, he's here, Dell, he's here. And eventually someone, I think it actually might be Mr. 42, got hold of Dell's address. Apparently on some of his streams he has it up in the corner of the screen. I didn't know it. So I emailed him and said, yeah, come on, let's have a debate. Let's choose a channel, choose a moderator, yada, yada, yada. So when he realised, he read the email out and was saying I was pussying out. And I was trying to set up rules. And, well, no doubt I was just trying to provide a fair environment that was equal and fair to both of us. But no matter. So I put comments to that effect in the chat. And it went on for a while longer. And then I said, look, I'll tell you what, I'll come in. Which is what I did. And a few days ago, I reposted that debate. I thought it went, bearing in mind neither of us had prepared, and that Dell had at least got a reputation for booting people, and I don't know what, because I've never actually seen him debate anyone. But he had a bad reputation. But he was actually okay. Yeah, you get the talking over each other, which happens from time to time, although I think some of it was to try and shut me down, but it wasn't too bad. I felt I could handle it, and I quite enjoyed it. Yeah, so do check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Mr. Sensible, how did you understand any of what he said? Do you know what? I don't know. I actually didn't find his accent too bad. I know that our friends from across the pond may well have had some translation difficulties with anything that Dell said. You need an American Glaswegian dictionary. I think that would probably help you. But it was okay. A couple of times I asked him to repeat, but I probably do with most people, because you're thinking on your feet, thinking about one thing, they say something else, perhaps quickly, and you don't catch what they say, or you think you might have misheard, so I just ask them to repeat. But other than that, no problems. Mitchell's in a ditch. His flat earthism is a real downer. Yes, Mitchell from Australia. Latest news. He's going to pause his channel for a while. Now he said, and I'm going to try and be fair to him, he said it's because of Christmas and to devote more time to his family. If that's the case, yeah, more power to him. Can't blame him for that, I suppose. But it's a shame, really, because I do enjoy Mitchell's derp. But as I said, I have a message from Mitchell, which I'm going to share on Christmas Day. A special message, which I'm sure is full of love for all mankind. Definitely. And you'll like to see that. I've had another couple of super chats from Sofa King Sleepy. Sorry, pal. For $2. Some Christmas money. Don't spend it all in one place. Thank you, Sofa. I appreciate that. I really do. And from Now Opinion for 55 Swedish krona. And I will just jump in. Right now, Now Opinion with his daughter, Little Miss Now, is in the midst of an advent calendar of Flerf videos. So do check out Now's channel. Saying, normally I don't understand a word of what Dell's saying, but this time I could actually understand him. Perhaps he was putting on his airs and graces and speaking all posh like what we does, so we can understand him. I don't know. But, yeah. Of course, you can try and switch on the captions. I think it will work. It might be more fun. It might be quite interesting to see what YouTube thinks he's saying. Hello, Anna George said. Good evening to you. Which Christmas day? Which Christmas day? Well, Judy, if you check your calendar, you will find that this year Christmas is on the 25th, which coincidentally it was also on last year, so it should be easy to remember it. Where do we get these people from, eh? Mitch had to get a job to feed his family because Flat Earth wasn't paying the bills. Well, surely monochromatic light source. Surely, and as he adjusts the camera slightly, surely he must be raking it in. He's charging 5,000 Australian dollars per hour to chat. The only reason I didn't pay him $5,000 for an hour's chat is I assumed he's booked up, and I hadn't thought about it in advance. It'd be a waste of my time. It'd be booked out till next summer, I'm sure. Definitely. And they're all doing it now. This Quantum, I'm not sure about Quantum Razor. There's a couple of them anyway. They're charging thousands and thousands. They are raking. Soon they'll be earning more than NASA. And that's saying something. As soon as they do, of course, we can have them on that. They're only in it for the shill checks. The flat shill checks. I have to be careful what I say before I swear or something. Christmas is on the 24th, says now. The 24th? Purple Snowdrop says, my Christmas is tomorrow. This is getting worse. God, any advances on tomorrow? Did someone have their Christmas in May? And Nimrod has super chat. Thank you, Nimrod. 20 Swedish krona. Some more sex for you while I'm having tea and cheese. Tea and cheese? Well, I've got coffee. I got tea. But we ain't got no hot water. No. And your pal Al, y equals, oh gosh, what's this? I don't know. I'm no good at this algebra stuff or formula stuff. In x over m minus sa divided by r squared. Excellent. And who can argue with that? Authentic frontier gibberish for the win. Oh, I don't know if someone called Hen the Pen is in the chat. To be honest, I've not seen him in the chat. Hen the Pen, if you happen to hear this, I will be in touch soon about that of which we spoke. Okay? I will be in touch soon. Clive Wells celebrates Newton's Day on his birthday. We get an apple tree, cover it in lights, celebrating Newton's understanding of colours, and baubles, apples. Well, that's nice. What's this? Brainless. Well, here we got first Christmas Day and second Christmas Day. What about second breakfast? I don't think he knows about second breakfast. Nothing like a Blazing Saddles quote. That's right, Brian, and that was nothing like a Blazing Saddles quote, but you're right. Howard Johnson is right when he says that Brian Pott Rolson Johnson said Orthodox Christmas on January... Okay, look, I'll tell you what, guys. Every day is Christmas Day, okay? Are you happy now? It's the Merry Christmas equation, says your pal Al. Is it? I can't remember what it was now. How'd you get Merry Christmas out of that lot then? X over M minus SA. Yes. R squared. Yeah, are you making it up? Are you just making this stuff up? I reckon you're making it up. Pay Wally. Yes. Pay Wally. I was having a word with Wally. I think it was Wally. And I think we should issue a challenge to flat earthers. And if they meet that challenge, they will get not 3 bitcoins, but they will get paid 3 bitch coins. Because they're never going to succeed. Definitely. I don't suppose anyone's good at graphics, are they? Can they make a bitcoin that actually says bitchcoin? Perhaps have the face of Nathan Oakley carved on. You know, one of those lovely gold images of bitcoins, one with Nathan Oakley in the middle and bitchcoin across the top. I would appreciate that. Oh, yes. Oh, no, the squeaking start. Release the hamsters. Let's see if I can... I'll give it a second. I think I might have to give up in a tick. Please bear with it for a minute. I'll keep this in my hand so I don't forget. If it doesn't go off in a minute, I'll switch it off. Because we can't have you all listening to squeaking. The thing is, here, it's just the squeak. I can hear it, but I know that on the stream or on a video... Oh, I think they're stopping. I'll give you one chance. I'll give you a reprogramming you'll never forget. Die. It's dead. I'll try switching it on. If I get cold, I shall try and grin and bear it until then. Do I make a tasty Caven dish for Christmas, Microraptor? I don't know. I don't know what... It is switching off, honestly. It's just powering down. I don't know what a Caven dish is. Oh, Cavendish. Blimey. These jokes are getting worse. I know, Adam, that aircon. There you go. You happy now? Are you happy, Adam? I'll sit here and freeze, okay? As long as you're happy, that's all right. That's all that matters, isn't it, Adam? Yeah. Aren't those called doggy coins? I don't know. Well, there are doggy coins, aren't there? There's all sorts of coins. My Wi-Fi is not powered by a hamster wheel, but my internet connection is. I'm hardwired in via a hamster wheel. It gives you a faster bit rate. It's measured in, what is it? It's, I think I'm on 32 hamster bits per second. Thank you, Brainless. That would be great. That'd be great. So if it can say Bitcoin, a face of Oakley, and perhaps a 5 or whatever the Bitcoins are, or 1. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. You'll definitely get a good shout out for that, I tell you. But if it could be in the gold, so it looks like a Bitcoin, but obviously says Bitcoin on it, so that I can dispense them freely amongst flat earthers. They can earn one just for having an attempt at a challenge, because that's hard enough to get them to even do that. Points to camera and says, die. I need to clip that. Please do then now. Please do. Oh dear. Well, I hope you're all been having a good week. I'm just going to have a little check, because I can't remember, because so much is happening. What else has gone on? Oh, we had the Flat Earth open mic live stream. That was the last stream, wasn't it? I've forgotten who it was that came on now. Who was it? I've forgotten his name. But, it's his first time on a live stream. You'll have to check it. I can't remember his name. If you happen to be around, please forgive me. But he was okay. Obviously, we disagreed about just about everything, and I think he needs to do an awful lot more research. But he was friendly, he was polite, and it was a nice evening. And he's welcome back. And I've just started this stream. I started listening to this stream while I'm watching this stream as I'm filming this stream. This is Inception. We're on at least level 3 there. I can turn... What was that? I liked yours and your wife's movie video. Well, thank you, Microraptor. For those who don't know, I said about the channel, for which there's a pinned link in chat. The first film we did was Hellraiser, which was a bit of an eye-opener for Mrs. S, because I didn't tell her what we were going to be watching. So there were quite a few suggestions of videos we should do next, and I let her have a choice. Oh yes. She may have been spooked, she may have jumped at Hellraiser, but that's nothing to the pain I had to go through for the choice of video Mrs. Sensible made. But I won't announce that until the link for the premiere goes out. But obviously I survived through guts, determination, and closing my eyes and not listening, I think, partly. But it was all right. But so thank you for that, Micro. Hopefully. There were one or two people who said, well, don't watch horror. And that's cool, because we're going to cover all sorts of things. We'll have a playlist for horror, a playlist for comedy, and whatever else. And a playlist for films chosen by Mrs. Sensible. Yeah. That's the downer of the channel. Right, every now and then I'm going to have to let her choose a film. Oscar-winning performance in Hellraiser. Yeah, that was interesting, Watto. That girl, when she walked drunk, that was the worst pretending to be a drunk person I've ever seen. Some of it was all right, though, and I do like Pinhead. I thought he was brilliant, really do. And I know there's about 7, 8, 9, 10 other films, but Mrs. S don't want to watch them. So I'll probably have to go and watch those myself. Clive Wells, was it a soppy film? What, Hellraiser? Or the one I've just had to watch? Yeah. It was quite soppy. Oh man. Hey, guess what I got? Twinkies! Oh yeah, real Twinkies. Freshly harvested from fields in the United States of America. Yeah, I think they grow wild out there. My daughter and son-in-law are visiting, and I also have, get this, a whole bunch of American goodies, including York Thins, which are sort of like after eights. Junior mints. Jalapeno. Oh, you can see right through. If I turn it, will it? No. Jalapeno jerky. Oh, lots of jerky. And we got, what's this? Slim Jims. I like Slim Jims. They're nice. And Tootsie Rolls and all sorts of goodies like that. Sorry for the noise. I'll just put these away. %100% guaranteed crap, and I love it. Excellent stuff. I do like jerky. Lovely. Right, what's this? Pro tip. A pro tip from Dora & Co. Hello, Dora, for €2. Cheese in ears, silence and delicious. Yeah, that's how they wax things like Baby Bells then, isn't it? It's poor saps that have been made to watch soppy films, stuffing cheese in their ears, and when they remove it, it's wax coated. I'm never going to eat a Baby Bell again in my life now. Thanks, Dora. Yeah. Invisible Slim Jims, the live version, yes. Yeah, the Slim Jims were good. There's another one called Chomps or something. They're a bit mediocre. There's a turkey version. But, yeah, Slim Jim was really good. It's like a Pepperami Plus. Definitely. Oh, no, says Mark Wagner. Mr. S, don't eat that stuff. Why not, Mark? Why not? Give me one good reason. Why not? You can't, can you? Hello, hello. Cheese and ears. Ah, are you thinking of the fallen Madonna with the big boobies? Hidden in the gateau from the chateau. And it's the gateau with the candle with the handle. Don't eat the wax. No, I won't eat the wax. I won't eat the wax. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. You guys always pep me up some. I know I'm talking at you. I know that. But it always gives me a good feeling. It does. I'm talking with people who have a sense of humour and common sense. Because the rest of the time, I'm talking with stupid flat earthers saying stupid things like that. A nautical mile on the sea moves up and down like a string not pulled snug, which is why 0.15 miles is added. That is all it is. Yeah, thanks for that. Mr. 42 and all Mr. Sensible had to do was set up time of day. He didn't want to do it that way, but Dawson is. Gary, I never received an email from you. Never. I mean, fine. If you do it with Dick Dawson, absolutely fine. I have no problem because I was only the host, but I never received an email from you. The number of times I mentioned in the messages, other people seem to be able to email me. So don't try and blame it on me, okay? You can decide all sorts of other things. You can say that Chappie pulled out, or he can say you pulled out. I don't care. But don't blame it on me when I'm sat here waiting. I'm more than happy to host. Come on, Gary. I give you every courtesy. You're on my channel. I'm polite to you. So don't say that what was it? All he had to do was set up a time of day. It's not down to me. I need to know the dates that you and Thingamajig, whose name escapes me, could make. And then I'll say, I can't do that one, I can't do that. I can do that one, or I can do that one. That's all I was waiting for. I've heard nothing. Oh dear, someone's got timed out. I don't know what that's about, but whoever that person is, just to let you know, because I've not seen what the message is, please keep it on Flat Earth, Globe Earth conspiracies. That's fine. No doxing, no racism or hate or anything like that, okay? So you're timed out for 300 seconds by one of the mods. When the timeout expires, you're welcome to come back. Just try and stick to the rules. You can be reasonable. Gary Wybenga is in here. Other Flat Earthers come in here and they manage to stay in the chat without getting booted out. I'm sure you can too. Just stay within, the bounds of common sense and decency, okay? But as I said, I don't know what it is you said, so I can't comment on that. Bob Nodell's gyroscope. Someone has you blocked, but you can see you on the screen. Well, I don't know who's got you blocked. Certainly Bob Nodell's gyroscope, you're appearing on my screen, unless I'm misunderstanding what it is. It's a bot. Oh, thanks, Martin. Thank you. Well, I will keep an eye out for that. Definitely keep an eye out for that. Because we did get an attack last time, didn't we? Oh, yes, we had an attack. An attack of the dumb. Swiftly dealt with by moderators. And actually, thanks, mods. And I do want to say, I do appreciate what you do. It is a difficult job. And you're having to make a call real time. And I back up my mods. If in the event a mod makes an error, a mod makes an error. If you think a mod has treated you unfairly, then you can always Discord me, DM me a message on Discord, or you can email me. Email address is below in the description, and let me know what happened, and I'll look into it, okay? I have spoken with mods. On occasion, a mod can make a mistake. On occasion, a mod can get overzealous. They are, believe it or not, only human. Okay? Right. So, what else we got? We got another super chat from Channel Right. A new name, I think. Thank you, Channel Right. Appreciate that, for £3, saying, shame the US has no NHS and long working hours. That's true. Although, I've learnt from my daughter, who, as I said, is here from the States, they got tested they had themselves tested about 6 times because they had some COVID exposure. They never came down with COVID, but they had COVID exposure. They tested themselves about 6 times in a period of about 10 days. Just went to a drive-through, and it's free. Here, you can only get a PCR test if you've got symptoms. Then it's free. You can get a lateral flow anytime. And if it's testing for travel, which is what they wanted to do, here you have to pay. But then I suppose everything else is pretty much free on the NHS, isn't it? It wasn't too long ago. I had, what was it? A CT scan, computerised tomography scan. I think that's what it stands for. I know that if you go private for that, it's several £1,000s. They said that one of those in the States is the thick end of 10 grand. How much did I pay? Well, it wasn't even loose pocket change. It was nout, zilch, nada, nothing, not a penny, not a single bitch coin, which is nice, very nice. Gary blocked you on a previous stream. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I see. So basically he doesn't want to listen to what you say, Bob. That's fine. Don't worry about it, pal. I don't think you need to worry about what Gary says. And as you said, you can see it pop up on the chat on screen anyway. Yeah. I don't want to belittle you, Gary, but I must admit you have said little of much sense. Very little. Mr. S thinks American junk food is a conspiracy to make us dumb. It appears to be working. Powerless against it. Well, I'm just testing it out. I am, Mark. That's what it is. One of them did say, and it's the first time I've ever seen it, contains modified organisms. Yeah, genetically modified organisms. So I opened the packet and watched the pepperami type thing walk across the table, stabbed it with a fork several times. It was still wriggling, but I ate it. And nothing's happened to me yet. I don't think I'll eat any more. Not tonight anyway. I promise I won't eat many more tonight. I do love jerky though. Oh yes, definitely. So what else we got? Sounds like Canada. Computed tomography scan. Thank you, Zar Blip. I appreciate that. Computed tomography. It's probably one of those things that's got. There's more than one solution to the acronym that means the same thing. Computed, computerized. I don't know. Let's have a check. CT scan. I'm interested now. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. Oh, here it says computerized tomography. And it says computed tomography. There you go. A CT scan or computed tomography. So we're both right. Excellent. Best result all round. Shame that can't be the case with flat earthers, because they are wrong. They are wrong big time. Big time. But I appreciate that, Zar. Gary's rubber band video did a good job explaining that distant objects should disappear from the top down. Oh, was that where he had some pins and stretched triangles in rubber? I think I had a glance at that. Just a glance. Mark Wagner says it might not affect the English mind. What about English who are half of Hungarian extraction? Should I be worried now? I don't know. Microraptors had 2 shots of C19 vax and not magnetic yet. Who do I complain to? I don't know. Stick yourself to the whiteboard and wait for an answer. Oh, Gaylord Humperdinck. Don't take those jabs. I died 3 days after my second. He got better though. He did get better. And I've had my booster, and I've died several times, but always I got better. And I don't know if anyone's seen, the new variant is going absolutely wild in this country, which is quite worrying. And what these people don't seem to understand is, even if it is comparatively mild, if there is a portion of people who end up hospitalised and a portion of those that end up in an ICU and a portion of the ICU that end up as stiffs, well, if the initial number is humongous, that's still a hell of a lot of people. and it's already outpacing Delta. I think it's the majority. Yeah, it's the majority of cases in London, and pretty much going to be that way across the country. And I think I saw Netherlands and France and Germany are all really worried it's going to go wild. Now, Tusk. Oh, serious comment. I want to get my booster, but after hearing your story, I'm a bit worried. Well, listen, Tusk, let me put it this way. This is straight up, okay? Knowing what I know now, knowing how I felt, and I'm totally okay now, would I have it tomorrow? Yes, I would. Absolutely, I would, Tusk. And for me, it was some aches and pains like with flu, but not as bad. I didn't have any sniffs or sore throat or anything like that. It was literally aches and pains, and a couple of times feeling a bit hot or a bit cold. The big thing for me was for 2 days I didn't sleep. And I mean, I said hallucinations. Yeah, I did have hallucinations, but we're not talking about wild hallucinations, seeing things come out the walls and buildings change shape or anything like that. It was really like extremely vivid dreams. Okay, so I definitely would encourage you to overcome that concern. Okay, side effects. You could get side effects from. In fact, I had last Monday. I think I had the flu vaccine. I got some side effects from that. I had the flu vaccine each year. Never had a side effect. This year, I happen to have. For me, it was none of the sleep or aches or pains or anything. All I had was some very mild hallucinations. Hey, perhaps I'm just a guy that hallucinates about strange stuff like the Earth being a globe. I don't know. But please, Tusk, get it. Okay? I can understand. I genuinely can understand if someone has a real concern. You're not sat there saying, oh, it's a conspiracy. They're all out to control us with little chips and stuff. I know you're not saying that. You're just expressing a genuine concern because you have heard me say that I had a side effect, and I appreciate this. You obviously trust that I'm not lying through my teeth to you. So you've taken all that on board and you're using that as part of your decision-making process. Absolutely fair enough. I guess everyone has to consider those side effects, but to be absolutely clear, in no way, in my opinion, would it sway me from having another shot. In fact, right now, if I could have it right this minute, I would. Okay? On screen, just to show you. So I look forward, I hope, to you telling me, yep, I had it. Good man. But let's not labour the point. Let's not bicker about who killed who got jabbed in the arm by who, or whom. I see I've got a message. Okay, I've had a message from Colon. I don't understand it. I'm not sure if it's relevant to this, so I won't think about it too much right now. But there is mention of curved bananas. Colon? You're weird. Thank you, pal. Make sure I'm not missing anything. And well, we've got a few people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people waiting in the chat. One of them is someone who's been on, but I don't think got to go on for long. There's a couple of new names. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to get a couple of new names on. Someone new to talk to, at least at first. And I hope the rest of you guys out there understand. Because I like to give other people a chance to get on. Just a quick scroll through. Gaylord Humperdinck was out of it after his booster. A flat earth argument made sense for a while. Wow, that must have been a bad one. Extra J felt like crap for the day. Felt like crap for a day the evening of the initial shot. That's why I made sure to get it on the first work day of the week. Just enjoyed a paid sick day the next morning. Yeah, I'm aware of quite a few people who made sure their jabs meant that they had some time off work. Not me. I had mine done. Yeah, it was on one of my rest days. It wasn't my fault. It ended up that 2 days later I happened to still be suffering. I wasn't expecting that at all. Huge arse! Hello, Huge! If Omicron is mild for people who are already vaccinated, all data suggests it is, then the risk of taking a vaccine is much closer to the risk of Omicron. Might be better just to get the virus for natural immunity instead. Well, Hugh, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I disagree with you. Oh my goodness, that wouldn't happen in a flat earth world, would it? They don't disagree with each other. We're allowed to. And I know that Hugh might be gnashing his teeth thinking, I disagree with Mr. Sensible, but he respects my right to a different opinion. I respect his right to a different opinion. Hugh, I would say, yeah, it might be mild, but I think the chances of you having any long-term effect to any extent from a jab is virtually nil. Never nil, but virtually nil. Whereas the odds of Omicron putting you in hospital may be a lot lower than Delta or the others, but it's still going to be a lot higher than any risk from a jab. That's my 2 pennies worth, though, Hugh. And I'm going to have to try putting the heating on. Let's hope the hamsters are... Oh, bugger. I'll give it a minute, because it'll often squeak when it first starts. What was I saying? It was probably something important and interesting. And now, thanks to this, I totally forgot what it is. Again, I'll hold on to this so I don't forget it. Don't forget it. You were disagreeing. That's fine. Of course it's fine, Hugh. And I'm happy to speak my mind disagreeing with you. Of course, we'll never speak again. You'll never come on this channel again, will you, Hugh? You won't darken my door. And instantly, that is a joke for any flat earthers who are listening. Me and Hugh get on like that, don't we, Hugh? Yeah. Whereas flat earthers get on like that. Ain't that right, Hugh? Release the corgis. In fact, me and Hugh might be doing something together after Christmas. It's something in the... That is squeaking too much, isn't it? Oh, come on. Oh, shut up. I'll try turning it down. It's trying to get the temperature up, which is why it's going at full bore. I'll give it a couple of minutes. Where was I? I'm going to get these people in. Right, that's probably for the best. I will switch off. Switch on. I will switch on my desktop audio. Click, because I'm all professional like. Only 2 years of experience, and I know now to do that. I'm going to have to switch this off, aren't I? I've got a great idea. What I'll do is I'll put on my hoodie and switch off the heating. How about that then? Wow, thanks to the wonders of modern... Well, the wonders of modern technology, but I can't work out how to put my arms in the sleeves. I think this... Hold on. This hoodie is defective. There we go. Wow. I'm driving your dog mad, Adam. What's your dog called, Adam? What's your dog called? Come on, Adam. I want to know what your dog's called. Do you know what? I think the squeak's going. If it's a choice between isolating for 10 days or hallucinating for 2, I'll take the jab. Yeah. Oh, angry doggy. You can email it to me, mr-sensible@hotmail.com, or you can jump onto my server and just DM me, whichever you prefer. Any email address that gets exposed is secret as far as I'm concerned. I'll grab the image and delete the email, so I don't keep it. I never do. I'm not into doxing and stuff. That's one of the my strongly held beliefs. Sorry, guys. Oh, Remy, come on, walkies, Remy, walkies. For all those people there are laughing, hey Google, order cat food. Alexa, order cat food. I'm lucky I've no longer got my Alexa in here. Alexa, play Baby Shark. Oh, I love it. Oh, you didn't get any hallucinations from your jab? Right. No, that is switching off, isn't it? Go on, Squeak. Remy, sit! Remy! Who's at the door? Remy, who's that at the door? Hey? Mr-sensible@hotmail.com? No, not like that. Right, here you go. Mr-sensible. was quick work, wasn't it? Okay, right. I'm going to get these. Oh, they've gone. Or two of them. One of them's gone. Right, I'm going to get these people in. Okay, so let me make sure my mic's switched on here. Okay, so first of all, let's get in Next Pro. Hello, Next Pro. You're live on Mr. Sensible.
Oh my goodness.
And very, very quiet. Try again.
How did that happen?
How did what happen?
I was chatting to the other guys, and now I'm speaking with you.
Yeah. Well,
It's
you're in the
amazing.
live waiting room, okay? I don't know if you've noticed. Can you see at the top, above the live waiting room, you've got the arena, and above that, you've got live read me first.
Oh, where's that then? I'll go and read that, yeah?
If you want to, let me pop you back, okay? Yeah, have a look at live read me first, okay?
Doing it now. Yep.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, that was fun. I'll let him read that, and let me pull in the other one that was sat there. Let's see if we can get this one talking. Hello, Grubus. Grubus, are you there? If you are, Grubus, you're muted. Grubus. Well, siblings, let not one total disaster put you down. It's just the beginning. Let's get in some other people then. Let's get in Mr. Nimrod. Nimrod, you haven't been here for a little while, have you? Blimey, what's going on? No one want to speak to me? You got your ears on?
Hello.
Oh my goodness, you're quiet, Nimrod.
Why?
I've got. Go on, say something else.
Let's see. Testing.
Yeah, I've had to push you up to 200%.
Oh,
Normally,
wowzers. I'm using a different pair of headphones today because I couldn't find the original ones I had.
Okay, I mean that's actually got you loud enough, but that was a shock. How are you, my friend?
Not doing too badly. The old voice is a bit hoarse, but however.
Never mind. Ah, success. The aircon's not squeaking, and I can remain warm. So, looking forward to Christmas? All excited? You find it hard to get to sleep at nights?
No, not really. I'm doing plenty of sleeping at the moment.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. And how's your little cat? All right?
Oh, my little cat is now full of cheese.
Ah, cheese. I think Arnold's in here. He wandered in earlier, but I don't know where he's gone. He maybe sat there with an entire sofa to himself, but he's like that. He's a greedy so-and-so.
Well, that's what cats do, isn't
Oh, that's cruel. Sorry, Nimrod. Someone, Mr. Clive Wells, mentioned the name of one of these smart speakers, saying buy 100 copies of Level by Eric to pay. Oh dear. It's a shame we can't order something for him to be delivered to him. Donate loads of globe literature to him or stuff. You know, actual models of the globe. Little science tests for kids that prove the globe. I don't know.
Do you not think he'd just release a video where he'd be basically just burning everything we sent him?
Probably. Or was it Nathan? It was Nathan Thompson, wasn't it? Or was it Roberts? One of the Nathans went into a bookstore, tore up books. Can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I seen some video for that somewhere. That was a while ago. I don't quite remember. I mean, who does that?
Well, he does, for one. And actually, people seem to like this idea of the smart speakers. Alexa, what is Welsh for carrots 100? Let's see who's insulted. Who's going to throw their smart speaker out for swearing? You ever come across that one, Nimrod?
No, I haven't, because I have my Siri turned off.
Ah, probably very wise. Very wise.
Because it never understands a word I'm saying, and I don't exactly have the worst accent in the world.
Sorry? No, you don't. You have a gentle Irish lilt. That's, I think, how I'd describe it. And it's a pleasant accent. It's not an unpleasant accent at all.
No, it's not. people I've been called North Atlantic accent or Mid Atlantic accent.
Well,
I've even been referred to as sounding like someone who comes from Newfoundland.
from Newfoundland. Yeah, is it? I wouldn't know. I mean, to me, it just sounds like a gentle Irish accent. I genuinely like accents. Some extreme accents can be very hard to understand. We got a friend who married a Cornishman, and he's lived there all his life, and he's a farmer. And when he's in full Cornish lilt, I can't understand it. I can't understand a darn word he says. I really can't, because half of it is that they've got some subtly different words, or some completely different words for things, or just different expressions. He tends to call women maid. And
Maid. Well,
yeah.
maids. Well, you could. Well, maidens and maids.
Yeah.
Sort of. You can see the link there.
Yeah, definitely. But when something like, in everyday language for myself, never come across that as you wouldn't say, oh, the maid down the road. You just wouldn't say that. So if he's saying that with an accent, suddenly you can't understand what he's saying. But there's a whole load of other words as well. I'm no longer one, but I guess if you visited Cornwall, you'd be an emmet. The tourists, an emmet. So what the hell's an emmet? It takes a while to get to know these things. Even Dell's accent. Well, Merrick, I found Dell's accent. It's fairly strong, but it was understandable. But the accents I tend, and this isn't having a go at anyone from the area, the accents that sound uncomfortable, shall I say, on my ear, are a strong Glaswegian accent and a strong Brummie accent. It's nothing against either of them. But most accents I positively like.
Well, I mean, Dell, when he's not mumbling his words, is actually not that hard to understand. Because half of not being able to understand someone's accent like that is that they mumble.
Yeah. Sorry, Adam Balcom just Googled carrots 100. Hey Google, what's the Welsh for carrots 100? Oh, I hope no one's got their kids in the room. Oh dear.
I don't know if I should ask my Siri on my watch.
Yeah, go on. I would do it here, but I haven't got one of those speakers. Go on, just ask it. Will we hear it if you put it close enough?
I don't know. We'll see. Hey Siri, what's the Welsh for carrots 100? No, my Siri doesn't seem to be working at all.
Ah. Yeah, you've probably broken it now.
Probably have. Like I said, these things never work for me. Although having said that, it's probably because I am talking to you through Discord on my phone, and my watch is connected to my phone.
Oh, I see. I haven't got anything like that. Oh, Tony Regime says tourists down on the Isle of Wight are called grockles. I have heard that before. I wouldn't have been able to place it.
I usually just call tourists fuckers.
But that's quite interesting you mentioned the Isle of Wight, because that's a bit insular there, isn't it? I worked with a lad about 15 years ago who was from the Isle of Wight. He grew up on the Isle of Wight. And he was saying about how they're not very welcoming, and that there was this old boy. He was in his 80s. Okay, he'd moved to the island when he was 2 years old and spent the rest of his life there, and he was still known to locals as the Mainlander. The poor guy. Oh dear. I've only been to the Isle of Wight once. I went across in a hovercraft. We had a ticket to ride. It was very nice. Enjoyed it.
I've never been. I know my parents have been, but I've never gone.
Well, no, it was nice. And we didn't sort of tour over. I mean, not that it's huge, but we'd only gone down for a day. We went across to Ryde, wandered around Ryde for a bit, and then spent time on the beach. Actually, that was my first date with Mrs. Sensible. The downer of it was, before we went across in the hovercraft, being a canny lad, I drove around for quite a while till I found a fairly cheap car park. It was only £2 for the day. I was very pleased with that. So that's a good start, wasn't it? We went
Nice.
over to the island, and as I said, we ended up on a beach, spent some time there, and then got thrown off because we didn't realise it was a private beach we'd wandered onto. And so anyway, we caught the hovercraft back, went back to the car, and found I had a parking ticket. What have I got a parking ticket for? Yeah, because I'd found the car park with a cheap £2 all-day ticket and literally forgot to buy one. I was obviously in awe of Mrs. Sensible and was out of my mind. And I've been out of my mind ever since.
Well, you married her, so you can't have been that sane.
No. What do you?
Oh wait!
Can someone
she's not
clip that?
listening.
I want to play that to Mrs. Sensible.
I'm just looking here. Microraptor sent you a test of a few Swedish words, if you wouldn't mind trying to read them out there.
Oh. A few Swedish words for you. Cock is chef. Well, yeah, I can understand that. Fack is folder. Sex is six, and also means sex.
So you can
That
see how
must make for some interesting conversations.
it certainly can do if you're only brand new to learning the language. So when I first came home to my ex-girlfriend's family, her father proudly pronounced to me that the evening I came home, "Oh, my son, he's a woodcock."
I'm glad your phone roboted just then. I
did
just
it?
caught the end of that.
Oh shit! Do you want me to repeat that?
Oh, go on then. It is Christmas. Apparently every day is Christmas Day. Go on.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend's father announced that his son was a wonderful cock.
Oh, right. And what
And
was...
so here's me not knowing that he really meant cook.
I did have a girlfriend who had... whose family were local. Bear in mind, I suppose, this guy, he was also a farmer, actually. He had a whole farm, all that land. Where did I go wrong? Anyway, I suppose he lived not 25 miles from the place where I grew up. And I literally could not understand a word he said. She had to translate for me because he had a strong local country accent. 25 miles away, couldn't understand him. Local, yeah, it was a local accent for local people. None of you mainlanders. We don't want mainlanders in here. Sounds like I went west from Ryde Pier if you found the private beaches. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, that's right. So facing north and the mainland, we were left of the hoverport. I saw someone else said they'd been across by ferry, not hovercraft. Well, it was partly it was a date, and hey, chance to go on a hovercraft. There's not many places you can ever go on a hovercraft really, and it was, gosh, over 30 years ago. So I think it cost 2 and 6 and a sherbet dab, and that was expensive then. I don't know what it would cost now, but I'd like to go on one again. Hovercrafts are interesting.
Do they make sherbet dabs anymore?
Probably not. And I've just seen, Steve 6464 dropped his fork with his first date with the lady, isn't now his wife. I'm going to let you guys on a secret. Actually, Mrs. S is aware of this, but nobody else is, so don't tell them, okay? This was about 18 months before I met Mrs. Sensible, so this is all legit. But I went out for a meal with about 15 people. We all knew each other, but there was this girl, this Australian girl, this rather nice Australian girl, this rather attractive and nice Australian girl who sat opposite me. We had a pleasant evening while we were eating this meal. It was lovely, and I chatted to her. I thought, this is good, isn't it? And for the sweet, I ordered lemon sorbet. This is a bit like Rimmer's gazpacho soup story. So I ordered a lemon sorbet, and it was a lemon sorbet that actually came in a lemon, where they cut the top off, hollowed it out and put the sorbet in. They put the top back on, back in the freezer. This thing was solid. I mean, it was frozen solid. So I'm holding this lemon in front of me, and I've got the spoon, and I'm talking away to her and trying to get this top off this lemon sorbet, talking, and it went flip, and it flew and went straight down her cleavage. I'd never met her before. Oh, man. She was very nice, and she was very nice about it. Very nice about it. I did go out on a date with her. But I must admit, I never actually managed to find the lemon sorbet. Oh, dear. That shut everyone up, didn't it? Sorry, Nimrod.
If you had a plan to do that, it wouldn't have worked.
I know. It was, well, somewhat jovial. You must have heard Rimmer's gazpacho soup story. Nimrod? No?
Rimmer, as in
Red Dwarf. Yeah.
Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved Red Dwarf, but that's not ringing any bells for me.
Well, he was actually invited to the captain's table one time, so he was all fully dressed up and all smart and that, and they had the meal, and the starter was gazpacho soup, and he somewhat embarrassed himself by sending it back because it was cold. Oh dear. Yes, next process, when life gives you lemons, make small talk. Yeah, well, what was that? Someone else said, yeah, that's the aim. Good laugh. It was a good laugh. Dora and Koo says, Mr. S, a real ladies' man. You know it, Dora.
When life gives you lemon sorbet, make your fork go down your date's dress.
But I was going to, it is a story to sort of break the ice with.
Yeah. Well, let me get that.
Oh dear. Dog Walker says £25.70 each return. What, to get the lemon sorbet back? Or are you talking about hovercraft? It's how much it is now, £25. But then what's the ferry? If the ferry's £3.50, then yeah, that's expensive. But if the ferry's £20, I'd rather pay the extra £5.70 for a quick ride on a hovercraft. How does it compare with the ferry price?
Is the hovercraft though? Because I thought the hovercrafts were all stopped.
I don't know. It's many years since I've been down there. Perhaps they're stopped because they're full of eels. It could be.
I see.
The thing is, Nimrod, you obviously get that. And when you throw in a comment like that, it makes people chuckle if they know what you're talking about. Otherwise, they think, what the hell is he talking about? Full of eels?
Yeah.
I mean, my nipples explode with delight. Don't clip that. No one clip that. Oh dear, should we get someone else in? I'll tell you what, Nimrod. You can see a list of people there in the live waiting room. I've done this before. You're going to choose who I'm going to drag in next. Oh yes,
God.
yes.
Oh, I think you know who I'm going to say.
I'll tell you what. Let's see if I'm a mind reader, okay? Let's see if I'm a mind reader. Who does everyone think it is? Let's try. Good evening, Gary Wybenga. Oh, he ran away again. Oh, well, it could be setting up. I'll leave him there a while. Gary, you're sat in the live waiting room, which is fine, but be warned, you could get dragged in. Okay, right? Yeah. So let's go back to you, Nimrod. You pick someone to come in.
Let's see now. There are people there I don't know.
And that's fine too.
So it's going to be a kind of a bit of, will I do an eeny, meeny, miny and not do the racist part?
Clive Wells, you write Hungarian phrasebook sketch. Come back to my place, bouncy, bouncy. What am I talking about? Come on, Nimrod.
Right, I'll go for Next Pro. That's where my finger.
Okay, let's try Next Pro again. Hello, Next Pro. Are you ready now?
I am.
You are. Have you read the Read Me First?
Indeed, I have.
And you're cool with that, are you?
I am.
Good. Yeah. If you ever come to the Discord server and you just want a voice chat with anyone, anyone's quite welcome to use the arena. It's free of charge. But if you're sat in the live waiting room and I am live, then you are wont to be suddenly plucked from obscurity to worldwide fame, as you are now, Next Pro.
Okay.
How are you then? Hello, how are you?
Absolutely. Okay. Right, got the stream muted,
Good.
and you hear me okay?
I can. I don't know if it
Because I
could.
just my mic up a little.
Yeah, you are breaking up a little. Are you on a phone or
Okay,
what?
I'm having a bit of a. Well, I'm in a connection issue, unfortunately. Oh, it's gone.
No, you're still here.
Yeah, having a. Let me try something. A second. Drag someone else in. Grab me a bit later.
Okay, yeah, we'll try again later.
Connection. Try me
Because
out.
unfortunately, Colon doesn't happen to be there because he would be able to help you. Okay, I'll pop you back and we'll bring you on in a little while. Okay, thank you. Go on then, Nimrod. You choose again. I want you to choose so I don't get the blame. You see.
Well, then we'll go for somebody who's not muted. So Gary G, he's the next one up who isn't muted already.
Hello, Gary G.
There I am.
Hello. How are you, sir?
I are fine.
I are fine. I are fine too. Although Mrs. S says that I are a arse. She's always telling me I are a arse.
Yeah, news story. My wife used to call me a few more names than that.
Yeah, she used to call me lots of names as well.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just thinking about that bit of the film. Was it 28 Weeks Later? The guy in the helicopter and the other guy makes him jump, and then he says, "Oh, I wish I was home with my wife, laying in bed. You know, I'm dreaming of being at home with my wife, laying in bed Sunday morning." And the other guy says, "Yeah, I've got that dream as well." Oh dear. Oh right, ferry for 2 people and a van was £36.75. So that's £10 for the van, the same price for the. It's not vastly different, although both of them, ferry or hovercraft, quite expensive really. What's the distance across to the Isle of Wight? It's not much, is it? Do you happen to know, Nim? A couple of miles, maybe. I don't know. It's not much.
I have no idea, but I don't. It can't be that far, really, could it?
No, well, I've looked at the map and it's about that much. So.
Oh well, then there you go. But
I mean, I reckon you could jump, personally.
If you drive fast enough, you'll skip over the water.
Well, yeah, a couple of bounces and onto the beach. Well, of course, if you've got a sort of larger scale map, or was it a smaller scale map, it ends up being closer still. You probably wouldn't even notice it.
If you just zoom in further on your TomTom, for example.
Talking of TomToms, Monty TomTom's just come in the chat. Hello, Monty TomTom. Do you have the cojones, Monty TomTom, to join us live tonight? If not, I expect that's because you're still working on that undebunkable video for me, TomTom. Thank you. Next pro says you can swim across the Solent. 3 miles, says Tony Regime. So that's rather expensive, isn't it, per mile? Rather expensive. Level water. No, TomTom, I've been down it. It goes up in a hump. It's hundreds of feet high. Hundreds of feet high. Yeah. That's why you have to get the hovercraft. You can hover and go over it. You see? God, TomTom, you don't know nothing, mate. Nothing. Sorry, Gary, we brought you on there and I'm barely speaking to you. So, what have you been up to lately, sir?
Right. I've just ignored that I've heard slinging here.
You did what?
I enjoyed hearing the manure that I was hearing being slung.
Can I ask you, Gary? I'd never ask. I'd never expect anyone to dox themselves. I'm assuming you're an American gentleman from America.
How did you figure that out?
I'm just clever, you know.
Yeah,
but may I ask?
It took an act of Congress to make me a gentleman.
Did it?
Yeah.
Which is probably one hell of a clue for some people, but I'm afraid doesn't give anything away to me. May I ask?
I'm a commissioned officer in the U.S. Army.
I see. May I ask sort of what area of the country you're from? If you don't want to say, that's fine. That's all cool. But I just
That's no problem.
Yeah.
Mostly I've been all over the country. Primarily I've lived in the Southwest in Southern California.
Okay.
Right now I live just 90 miles north of Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, in a little town called Mesquite.
I've heard of that. Is that where the drink is from?
Couldn't tell you that,
Yeah.
but I do know that it's in Mesquite, Nevada, and we have a couple of casinos.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful, nice little town. I mean, the temperature in the summer is
Hot.
Well, it's oven. We're talking 110 and over, but the
Well, it can't be
skies
more than
overnight.
114.
I've seen it at 110, 118, in fact.
Wow. I mean, I've been to
Yes.
Phoenix and did a tour around Arizona. I went down as far as, oh gosh, I can never remember the name for it. The town with boot.
Tucson?
I did drive sort of through Tucson to, where Big Nose
Davis?
Kate's is and Boot Hill Cemetery.
That's Tucson, is Boot Hill Cemetery.
Where the OK Corral is. It's not.
That's Tucson. Oh, no. Oh, I know. Yeah, Tombstone.
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 There you go. Yeah, I went down to Tombstone and circled round through petrified forest, painted desert, back along historic Route 66. I dropped into Meteor Crater, went round to Grand Canyon and dropped down Flagstaff and back round to Phoenix. And I loved it. And I don't know what it was in real money, but that was, I think we saw about 43, 44 degrees centigrade. What is that in...
What year? What time of the year?
It was August, I think.
August, not too bad as far as temperatures.
Yeah.
Now, the first part of August and back into July and into June, yeah, you're going to have hot times.
Yeah.
But right now...
Yeah, it's 107,
fall
108
and
degrees,
the
so
winter.
not...
Yeah. Right now, the temperature... Right now, I got 54 degrees.
54. 54... What,
Fahrenheit.
you have where you are?
Yes, right now.
54... Sorry, Celsius? No, Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit. Yeah. And the temperature at night's been down to... We've had a couple of nights that were actually below 30 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Well, of course, I mean, yeah, with sort of desert regions, it can get very cold, can't it?
It's also the winter time, so it's going to get cold here.
I must admit, I did want to get up to Nevada because it is Nevada where you've got Monument Valley, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, because I did. And Mark Wagner, it was a fantastic trip. I mean, that was about 25 years ago. No, 20 years ago, and I don't forget it at all. It's wonderful. I want to do it again. I wanted to get up to Monument Valley, but I only had just a few days. I was there on a 2-week training course, and I just tacked a few days on the end because it seemed a big waste, not to do some of that while I was there for free.
Yeah, I understand.
But I loved it.
I understand that because I made a trip to Cologne, back in '95, Germany.
Yeah.
And managed to get out and do some walking around in downtown Cologne. And I was amazed because I was looking at buildings that were older than my country.
Hey, I've got furniture that's older than your country in my house.
Yeah, well, I've got handkerchiefs that are probably older than you.
But, I mean, I made really good friends with a guy there. He was an ex-Vietnam vet. He was a few years older than me, but he was on the same training course I was on. We got on really well. He's a Phoenix resident and very nice guy. Got invited back to his home a couple of times, had a meal, and he said, "Oh, have you ever sort of shot guns?" And I said, "No, it's just really no opportunity, here in the UK." He said, "Oh, I'll show you what guns I've got." And in his den, he had a gun cabinet, and he had, and I'm trying to think now, he had some sort of pistol, plus he had a .45 handgun. He had, I forgot what it was, but I think he called it a Marines battle rifle. It was some sort of semi-automatic thing. And is it, I can never remember it. Well, it's not Smith & Wesson, but is it a Colt rifle where you pump
That's
it
a
like
Winchester.
Winchester, that's
Winchester,
it.
30 caliber.
Yeah, he had one of those, and he had some .22. And we're talking about this, and he double checks it's all empty, and let me hold the gun and look at it. And then his little daughter, about 12 years old, walked in. She said, "Oh, my favourite's the .22, the .22." I mean, here that's unreal. But he said, "Well, do you want to go hunting?" And I said, "Well, I don't agree with hunting for sport." He said, "Oh, we'll hunt rattlers." And I said, "Can you eat them?" And he said, "Yeah, if we get any, we'll barbecue them." And I thought, well, that's fair enough. If you if you eat meat, you've got to accept that animals are killed. And it's a pest, and we were going to eat it. I didn't have any problem with that. And so we went out into the desert, and we didn't see a single rattler. But that was a day I'll never forget. The saguaro cacti, sort of, 25 feet tall. Not that you would because of all the spines, but you couldn't reach your arms around them. They were so big and fat. And for those who don't know, the saguaro cacti, the typical American cowboy cacti with the arms stuck out, they grow for about 100 years before they start growing their first arms. Wow, yeah. That was special.
I was assigned to Fort Huachuca, which is south of Tucson and also south of Tombstone.
I'm sorry, say again, Gary. You got what?
I was assigned to Fort Huachuca.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona, which is south of Tombstone. And I took up the fine sport of skydiving.
Ah, good weather for it.
I was waiting for the guy that was jumping the reserve canopy that I had rented so that I could do my jump. And I'm watching him right after he pulled. And everybody on that drop zone kept telling him to pull a left toggle or a right toggle. That son of a bitch wound up landing in one of those Sahara cactus.
Oh, did he?
It stapled his jumpsuit to his body.
Oh, and the spines on his saguaro are rather big, aren't they?
They are rather big. And my only concern was, did he hurt that reserve canopy?
Well, there's that as well. But of course, if he brought a saguaro down on him, he could end up dead. Guys, can you two just look? I'm gonna Nimrod. This is Gary. Gary's is Nimrod. My middle Miss Sensible's just walked in. I just need a very quick word. So can you two just sort of chat for a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
Sure. No problem.
Thank you.
Hello, little Missy Sensible. Although I think he muted us. Yes. I just noticed I've got an AirPod that's not working. Probably need to recharge them.
I don't know if Mr. S is muted, by the way.
I didn't understand that. What'd you say, Nimrod?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, guys. Yeah, sorry about all that. My daughter just come down for a minute. So how's the conversation going?
Good.
Good.
What you just went through is family, and family is more important than YouTube than it is week.
This is true. Oh, and my aircon's just started squeaking. Die. There you go. You can click that again now. But someone else just asked me. I did see a comment in. Right, from Martin H. I did see it, Martin. Mr. 42 said, I just got word from Dick Dawson that Gary, as in Wybenga, is avoiding answering him as well, and is apparently not welcome there anymore for the debate. Mr. Sensible, read along. I'm not quite sure what that is, but so Gary, you're sat there it is switching off. Apologies for the hamsters. It stopped. Gary Wybenga, please email me. Everyone here has heard. I am waiting for an email from you, Gary. I did have an initial contact for another chap whose name actually now escapes me. I've probably got his email address. So we can organise this debate. There's no skin off my nose. If you want to debate. If you don't, say you don't. But don't go around telling people that I'm messing you around. Sorry, Gary and Nim.
That's all right. I understand.
Yeah, it's all cool.
You have to do some flat slapping.
Yeah, flat slapping.
Administration needs to be taken care of.
It does indeed. Good night, E.
I'm a little distracted. Someone sent me a message I have to reply to.
Yeah, you go ahead. Sorry, my daughter's just on her way out. Okay, all right. Cheers then. Bye-bye. Shout goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
I don't know if you heard that.
We did. We heard it. I heard it anyway.
Cool.
Goodbye.
Yeah, she's gone. She's not the shortest of the three. I see we've got someone else timed out. What are they up to? Ooh,
that again was...
That
was one of those messages with just letters and spamming.
Yeah,
bots.
I can see that. Well. Oh, I see. They are now blocked. That's good. Well done, mods. Thank you, mods. Appreciate it, mods. Oh dear. Yeah, so I tell you what, Nim, you had that painful task, so I'm now going to put this same painful task on Gary. Gary, would you like to choose one of the other people in the live waiting room to come join us? This is good. I get out of it.
Mr. S, you have a DM in your Discord.
Oh, pardon me, excuse me. I do indeed. Yep.
Sorry, Gary, go ahead.
Oh,
Well, I would say go with Mr. 42.
okay. Nim, I will do that. Nimrod, can you? I did get your DM. Can you? Can you contact them? According to that, and just explain. I'll do my best, but I don't know how it works properly.
Oh, I think I think they're listening, so
Okay.
I don't think it's
Okay.
too much trouble.
Okay. Well, yeah. And I'm being very careful in what I say. I have got Nimrod's message. I am quite happy to do that, and I will do my best. Any errors, my deepest apologies. Okay. Right. Yes. But you said to bring in Mr. 42.
Sure.
Right. Let's bring in 42. Hello, Mr. 42. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. One moment, I need to mute the stream so I don't hear you 2 times. Yeah,
Oh no, I'm better in stereo. I'm now in stereo.
yeah, but not when one time is a delay of 10 seconds.
And
That
now
is
in
very annoying.
stereo. Stereo.
But
stereo.
it's more like hearing delay on your left ear as you hear the original on your right ear, and whiplash.
Well, that's a bit like talking to my missus, really. Oh, well, it's either a good job I get on very well with her, or probably a good job that she's probably unlikely to listen to the stream, so she don't know I said that, really, you know.
Are you sure?
No.
That's all right. Someday you're going to miss her.
Well, no, I have before. I chucked a brick at her and it sailed past her. But then
Oy, oy, oy.
He tried the lemon sorbet trick, but it didn't work on her.
Oh, I tell you what, it's a wonderful story. Do you know what? There's a guy I work with has got 2 wonderful stories, and I don't know if they're true or not. If they're true, they're just brilliant stories. If they're not true, they're still brilliant stories. One of them I couldn't possibly share on here, partly because you need actions, and partly because it would probably get my channel shut down. But I can share the other story with you guys if you so wish.
Of course we will.
No.
Well, I can't tell it as good as him, but he said he was at someone's house and he decided that he needed the loo. Okay, so upstairs he traipses to the loo and he does his business. I've sort of cut this story down a bit, but he does his business and then reaches for the loo paper, only to find there is none. And he thinks, what the hell am I going to do? And then he noticed there's these little plastic packets of wet wipes. Okay, fair enough. You've seen those before. I suppose some people use them. Yeah. And there were 2 packets of these wet wipes. One packet was open and the other packet was still sealed. And he thought to himself, I'm not going to use that packet that's open that people have had their filthy hands in. So I'll open the other packet, which he proceeded to do. And he got some of these wipes. He used those wipes and he was happy. And he wandered downstairs. All good so far. But 5 minutes later, what's that? He started to feel a little uncomfortable. Then he started to feel very uncomfortable. Then he started to feel really uncomfortable. I mean, painfully uncomfortable. So he nipped back upstairs to the bathroom, checked the packet, and found that there were Sillet Bang bleach bathroom wipes that he'd used to wipe his backside with. It could only happen to him. If you're listening, Mr. He happens to be a Mr. S as well. If you're listening, that story is a peach. I just wish I could share the other one with you, but like I said, not on this channel. I appreciate my channel. I don't want to risk losing it. Oh dear. So, Mr. 42, I saw that you mirrored a Now Opinion video.
Of course I did. I'm the star of the show.
With a fist
And I
bump.
and I had permission, of course, from Mr. Now Opinion.
Oh, you didn't just steal it then?
No, I didn't just steal it.
Oh, you're learning then.
Yeah, of course I am. Last time I stole something, I got in a big argument with Bev.
Tom, you're sailing close to the wind. Please be careful. Yeah, sorry, Nim, say again.
Mr. 42, you meant.
Oh, sorry, what did I say?
Nim.
Oh, did I? Yeah, sorry, beg your pardon, 42.
Yeah. No, last time I copied the video, I didn't ask for permission because I was also the star of the show, and Bev was not happy about that.
What's it got to do with Bev?
Well, it was on his Discord server. He recorded it and then published it. But it was with me in the main role, and I just copied it over to my channel.
Oh, I see. Well, as far as I'm concerned, like when I've had a debate with someone on my channel, then if they want to use it, that's only fair because they were, part of it.
Yeah, but that was the last argument that he could possibly win, so that is why he was hanging on to it so much. Everyone else was already shut down.
Right, okay. I've been given a message which I'll pass on. Thank you for that colon. Please can I let everyone know that due to YouTube circumstances, the Shill's main channel is going to be off air for a while. But please check the members of the Shills for their shows as they will be on until things can be resumed. Yeah, I understand that the poor Shills have suffered from some unfairness from YouTube. I'm not going to go into it any further because I don't know the full story. But I'm sure that anyone who wants to know can find out. But thanks for that colon. Yeah, so anyone who follows the Shills, the channel's offline for a while. I'm sure it'll be back soon. Better and brighter and shinier than ever, with a highly polished Dick Dawson at the helm.
Exactly, and we have started a Twitter campaign to message Team YouTube to get it fixed.
Yeah. Well, actually, as you know more about it, perhaps you'd like to tell us a bit about it using circumspect words where required.
Yes, of course. Our fellow creator M2M is in a situation where his ex-wife, at that point in time, might soon end to live due to a certain virus that goes around. So he is telling his story and pleading everyone to get a jab.
Let's be clear, he's encouraging people to get the jab.
Exactly, yeah. And the stream went on for blah blah, all good and well. And now they got a strike for misinformation.
But they appealed it, didn't they? So that's good.
They did appeal it, and that got denied after only a few minutes.
Yeah.
So that human couldn't even have seen the video.
Now, I fully can understand an automated thing could pick up on the words because there's an awful lot of crap, denying, misinformation, all that sort of stuff is on YouTube and other places. So I can understand that if you start talking about it, it could get picked up automatically. That's no excuse when someone's gone to the time, effort and trouble to appeal it. Under those circumstances, even if it takes a while, they should look at it and look what was actually said, not just approve it or deny it without looking at it. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank you, 42. Appreciate that. That is pretty much the story I knew, but I didn't want to say anything that perhaps, where I might be wrong.
I can imagine. Yeah. Then I know that Dick got in touch with a person at YouTube, and that was yesterday. That person was going to look into it or escalated it. I just don't know what came of that, or if that's still in progress or not. But probably someone in the chat will inform us about that right now.
Sorry, someone's in chat, did you say?
Someone in the chat will, because I say it, probably someone will say something in reaction to that right now, because I didn't follow that last part. But someone must be up to date on that.
Oh, yes. Charlie Welch says the appeal has progressed a bit. I certainly hope so.
Okay.
Right, well, let's get someone else in. What about Oh, actually, 42.
Mhm.
No, it's all right. I know who I'm going to bring in. I'm not sure if they've been on before or not. Certainly someone who's been around in the channel. Let's give it a try. Hello, Microraptor. Oh, muted and headphones off.
Yeah, that doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't. Can you hear me? No. Well, speak up. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, let's put them back again then. You choose someone then, 42.
Well, I'm not sure if Gary Waibenga is able to stay this time.
Okay, yeah, let's have another try with Gary.
Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. Hello, Gary Waibenga. You here this time?
At least he's not dropping out immediately.
No, Gary. Mr. Waibenga. Nope. Oh. All right, let's get...
A cat.
It did sound like a cat.
Oh, no, I heard your daughter.
That's my daughter, yeah. Oh, and he's gone. Okay. Whoa, Nimrod.
The Daleks are invading.
Yeah, the Daleks are
Quick,
indeed.
quick, build a 6-inch wall.
Exterminate.
Build a 6-inch wall around Nimrod. Let's get in. Oh, who is that? Who was that? Was that you, Gary?
Not me.
No, it's Nimrod.
Oh, Nimrod.
Seems to have some connection issues.
Yeah, Nimrod, you're unintelligible.
Oh, God.
Hey, Nimrod, please, Nimrod, please say exterminate. Go on.
Yeah.
Exterminate.
Oh, fabulous.
Perfect.
Thank you, Nimrod. That's brilliant.
Now we know how they recorded it.
You are an original Kellad, aren't you? Right, Nim, sorry, pal. I tell you what, we're going to have to chuck you out, man, until you can get that fixed. It's very funny.
Oh, now Pinion is back.
Right, well, I tell you what, Nimrod, sorry, pal. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for the laugh at the end. I really appreciate that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop you back into the live waiting room, and because there's another new name that I want to get in. Okay. I'll take that as a yes. I'm not even sure if it was. Thanks, Nim. Take care. Oh, man, that's funny. Exterminate. Yeah, let's get in this other new name. Strong Atheist. Hello, Strong Atheist.
Yes.
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, not so bad. This is your first time on the stream, I think, isn't it?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone now. Oh, I don't know what happened there.
I don't know either.
No.
Really, I did shave or did shower this morning.
Yeah, I think it is you, Gary. Everyone's running away. Everyone was fine until you came along.
That's my magnetic personality.
Ah, you've had several boosters, have you?
Yeah, as a matter of, I know I've had the 2 and the booster.
Yeah.
And if they come up with another booster, I'll take the booster.
Well, here's a magnet from my whiteboard. Yeah, it works.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah. And that is a magnet. There we go. Right. Do you think that Strong Atheist decided to go off, or do you think it's a glitch? Shall I try him again? I never really know if to try him again. Cause,
I don't know either in this case.
Because if they don't want to, I don't want to keep dragging them on. But then on the other hand, if they're sat there, they're liable to get pulled on. Well, let's bring on Mr. Now Pinion then. Hello,
Yeah.
Mr. Now.
Good evening.
Hey, how are you?
I'm tired. I don't know if you are aware, but I've had this really, really dumb idea. To
I know.
make a
I
video
gave you a
every
shout
day.
out for your really dumb idea earlier on. Perhaps you'd like to tell everyone about your really, really dumb idea.
Yeah, my really dumb idea. And it's a good idea because it's my daughter's idea. To upload a video every day up until Christmas. That is
Every day?
fun, educational, or related to flat Earth in one way.
Every day. A sort
Every
of
day.
advent calendar, no less.
It's an advent calendar, exactly. Yes. So that's what we call it. Tonight, I've actually been working on a secret project that we're gonna do a big finale. That's gonna be on Christmas Eve. And so we've been working on that. So we are cheating a little bit today. So we're uploading our most beloved video ever for the Advent calendar today, which is actually Flat Earth Goes Boom Boom, which we actually made for you this summer.
Ah, yes. Oh, incidentally, and I'm talking very carefully, you know I recorded something for you recently. When's that due?
You were right. So I mentioned the secret project.
Yeah.
So you know when it's due.
Sorry, I'm missing something. That's all right now. You can let me know. I just want to, because I don't want to miss it, that's all. Oh, Gary.
It will be on Christmas Eve, he said.
Gary, we can hear ourselves. You're playing the stream?
No.
Oh, yes.
Are way down on battery, so I'm going to have to back out again.
Oh, okay. Listen, Gary, thanks very much for joining us. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. You'll see me around again, I'm sure.
Will do.
I'm sure.
Good night. Well, let's get a replacement in then, who I believe is ready, although still muted. Hello, Microraptor. How are they going to know? How are they going to know we're ready? I'll leave them in the room because Nimrod, you messaged. Hello, Microraptor.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Sorry, I'm just checking your volume. Can you just say something else?
Hello.
Hello. That's right. So, I've seen your name around a lot, but I can't remember. I thought you'd been on the stream once before, haven't you?
Yeah, I have once.
That was quite a while back, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At the same time as me, actually. I remember that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So, Micro, can I ask what sort of... Well, this is only if you want to, of course. You know, you must have heard me say I don't want anyone to dox themselves or give anything away they're not comfortable with. Can I ask what sort of area of the world you come from?
I'm from Stockholm, in Sweden.
Okay.
I've heard of that place. It's a nice place.
Is it now? Is it? Perhaps you should visit. I've been there.
See the lovely moose.
I'm sorry?
See the lovely moose. Visit Sweden, like in the in Life of Brian, after the credits.
That
Holy Grail?
Yeah, that was Holy Grail, wasn't it?
The Holy Grail. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. That's a brilliant set of credits, wasn't it? And you think it's finally sorted itself out, and then off it goes again and again. Well, Micro, if you're a fan of Monty Python, you're a friend of mine. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Multi Tom Tom's still in there. Multi Tom Tom, you going to come into the chat with us? It is nearly Christmas,
And we need a good laugh.
and we need a good laugh.
And we need a nice someone who can sing for us.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah,
forward to that.
yeah. Tom Tom, please tell us you're going to do a Christmas rap, please. Yeah. What was that, Mr. 42? You said no, don't think of the children.
That's exactly what I said.
Yes, I thought it might be. So, Microraptor, have you got a channel, or you just somebody who follows channels, or what?
I mostly just follow channels. I have a few things up on my own, but I mostly follow others. I don't upload very often.
Right. Okay. Well, a lot of people don't. Probably most people don't. And of those that do, many people just have just a few videos. So I understand that. I mean, I used to follow. Excuse me. Oh, my deepest apologies. I used to follow quite a number of channels for a long time before I ever decided to sort of go for it. So there we go.
I can say the same, indeed.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. We're all in agreement then. Yeah, I've been to Sweden once. I was trying to think about it. Did I have that discussion with you now? Because I might have said how many years ago. I reckon it was probably about 15 years ago. Went there for about 10 days. Really enjoyed it. Lovely country. Nice branch of IKEA I went to. Swedish meatballs and is it lingonberries? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, lingonberries. Yeah, lingonberry sauce, whatever it is. Yeah, excellent stuff.
They have gone full automatic now, so they don't have any staff in the restaurant. They have cameras everywhere, so you pick everything you want, and cameras just see whatever you picked, and you pay automatically somehow. It's very scary.
Well, that is because there were some supermarkets have tried that, haven't they?
Yes, we do. Up in the north of Sweden, we have stores like that when there's very few people living around, so it's more economic. And I think, isn't there what's that store that chain of stores that Amazon bought?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was them who tried it.
Whole Foods or something like that.
Because didn't they have a go? Excuse me. Didn't they have a go and it was a failure, and now they're doing it again? Excuse me. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but knowing those, those automated tills where you put the stuff on and it says put your item in the bag. I'll put it in the bag. Put your item in the bag. Yeah, put it in the bag. Those sort of things. The number of times they go wrong, that would have me worried that if I did a shop, okay, you might get lucky and walk out and find it's only charged you for a tenner for a week's shop. On the other hand, it could go the other way round. You go in there for a packet of biscuits and end up charged some horrendous amount because it's gone wrong. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
I like the system when you just blip the things that you want and you can walk out of there. So they sort of rely on you being honest.
Yeah.
Because it's actually more effective. And to be honest, most people are honest. And
But
if they cheat, well I think
it's the balancing the cost, isn't it? They know that there'll be people who cheat, and they know that they'll lose money, but they'll lose less money than paying staff, and that's sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go. What's that? Okay, thanks, Nimrod. Microraptor is ready, and Microraptor is here. Yeah, so I'm assuming, Microraptor, that you're not a flat earther.
No, I'm not.
No. I mean, that's a hell of an assumption to make, because you might have been, and that's absolutely fine, because I've had flat earthers on here, but you're not. That's
No.
So, are there any particular channels that you follow? I mean, I'm sure you're a massive Mr. 42 and a massive Nowpinion fan. Are there any other channels you follow?
I follow MC2 and FTFE.
Yes. They're very different, aren't they? I mean, I know both of them. And I've met FTFE. They're so different in their styles, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And of those two, I prefer MC2 because I obviously like FTFE too, but MC2 kind of let the flat earth debunk themselves, sort of.
Yeah.
He doesn't jump on them as much. He lets them say the stupid thing, and then
Yeah, I've got a lot of time for MC Toon, and I've chatted to him a lot as well. And he, I'm fortunate. I'm in a position that I get to speak to creators of lots of channels, and he is genuinely, and I mean absolutely genuinely, such an incredibly nice guy. He really is. To be honest, he's probably even nicer to chat to than he appears on screen, and he's nice on screen. But I met Fight Flat Earth. Myself and Mrs. Sensible popped there for an afternoon when we went for a visit to Scotland Land, and we had a lovely time. Met him and his family, really nice people, and I've got a lot of time for him. But like you said, or like we were talking, they're both very different styles, and I think there's a place for both. I mean, MC Toon tends to be, as you said, nice, let them hang themselves really, whereas Fight is quite willing to go in there and absolutely smash them. However, I don't know if you saw, he recently did a debate with Rachy 50 again, and they got STST in as a moderator, and he very much held back. It was quite a different experience. It was a very calm debate. So
Yeah, I saw
and he
that.
can certainly do it, but if they give him nonsense, he won't take it.
Yeah.
I'm just checking, scrolling back, see if I've missed anything.
After the first debate between FTFE and Rachie 5, I saw some comments online that he didn't treat her well. I only could say, hey, Rachie is well aware who FTFE is and how he debates, and she chose to go there. That is quite all right. She know where she was getting into. That is his style, and she knew that beforehand. So what's the deal?
Yeah, but if you went on, I've seen debate flat earthers who were calm and respectful. You know, they said this, and he said, well, no, because, and explained it, and they sort of, well, but what about this? And it was just a chat, just a debate, and that's you know, he's totally capable of that and totally willing to do that. I'm sure he enjoys a dumpster fire as well.
Oh yeah.
But if they go on there screaming the odds and calling him a bloody idiot when you know he's absolutely right about the things he's saying, then it's going to reach a point, and probably quite quickly, that he's not going to put up with it. So
Yeah.
oh, apparently, thank you, Charlie Welch. Your name's crawling up all over the place, isn't it, Charlie? MC Toon is against Rachie tonight on SC Toon. That's the new channel between MC Toon and, oh gosh, what's the guy's name?
Schrodinger's cat.
Schrodinger's cat, thank you. Yeah, new debate channel. So that could be one worth watching.
Oh, and I wanted to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe next week.
Look,
You can always watch it another morning, like tomorrow.
well, I mean, sleep is for just for wimps now.
It's overrated.
It is overrated. Yeah.
By the way, I once joked with no opinion. I didn't suggest it seriously, but that me and him could do a version of Mage and call it Belly, because Mage, which is spelled like Mage, means belly in Swedish. So, yeah.
Are you guys actually thinking of doing one?
No, but you have to go.
It's hard to do that experiment in Sweden. I have been thinking about it even before Mage, because in Sweden there is only one little tiny square that a normal person like me are actually allowed to do it.
Really?
And it's
One
it's in
launch
the
site.
forest. It's a little square close to the Norwegian border, I believe, in the Småland region. So so it takes a lot of planning to do, but maybe one day, or maybe I can just travel to the UK, where it seems to be easier to do, perhaps. I don't know if it was easy. But...
Well, I mean, in the UK, basically, you're allowed to do it. You don't have to ask permission per se, but you have to get permission to actually launch at that location at that time. So, you know, I have the right, if it's a right, to do it, but I need to make sure that the what is it? Air traffic control basically are fully aware and agree that on that date I'll be able to launch, and then you have to check nearer the time just to confirm you're going to do it and to make sure they don't want you to move it forward or backwards a bit. But other than that, you can do it. But then there's other rules. For instance, you're not allowed to drop anything from the weather balloon. And a weather balloon is limited in size to, I forget if it's 1, maybe 2 kilos, but there's a very definite upper limit. Whereas in other countries, you can drop things from it. People have dropped gliders from it, which sounds quite interesting, then flown them back. And they can be much, much larger probes as well. So, swings and roundabouts.
And what's another YouTube channel, like Tom Scott, who did a similar thing. He sent up a sandwich, and it's like up at, I don't remember how high he was, but yeah, then he did afterwards.
Was it a sandwich or garlic bread or something? Was that him?
Yeah, I think it was that.
Oh, have we got Rachie 50 in the chat? Yes, hello Rachie.
Yeah, we do.
Rachie, we're just talking about the debate you had on Fight the Flat Earth and how it was a very civilised debate. Of course, you know, one or two of you could get heated at a point, you know, it's understandable, but generally overall thought it was a civilised debate. And now you've got another one with MC Toon. Would you like to hop on, just not to have an argument about Flat and Globe, but just to talk about having a debate, that you had with Fight and that with MC Toon? You're welcome to, Rachie. As I said, we won't have a debate now. That's not what I'm after. I'm not trying to trick you or anything, but it'd just be interesting to see how you felt it went with Fight, and perhaps what you think it will be like with MC Toon. That'd be nice.
And
I'll
if
try
you
and
do
keep an
hop
eye
on-
out. Jump in if you want, Rachie.
If you want to hop on, join us on Discord. That's how we do it.
Oh, yes. Well, Rachie has been on here before, but yes.
Okay.
The
Didn't
Discord link is in the description. Just jump into the live waiting room. Yeah, I've chatted to Rachie before. That was quite some time ago.
I must have missed that.
And PJCnet obviously wishes you his best. It says Rachie50's thrash MC Toon later. Well, there you go. Well, I've got to give it to you, Rachie. You have gone onto FTFE. You are going onto MC Toon, well, SC Toon. So kudos to you, because right now it seems that a lot of flat earthers are running away and refusing to do debates and just demanding £5,000 an hour or whatever it is, and you're not. So good for you. And I honestly mean that sincerely. Yeah, PJCnet. Rachie has been on before, and I'm sure that Rachie accepts it's an honest invitation and so on. But you will try. Okay, thank you, Rachie. Let's hope you can get on here.
Or that was a try to be to
thrash MC2. Well, is that as well?
You never know what this reply is to.
No. But yeah, what I was going to say was, if Rachie wants to come on, that's cool. If not, that's cool too, and I won't hold that against her.
Indeed.
Yeah, because PJCnet's been on here. Yeah, but so if you are going to come on, Rachie, perhaps you can make it quite quickly, because I'll be going for just 2 hours now, and I started early so I could finish a little early, so I'll probably be wrapping up soon. It'd be nice to hear. Perhaps you just tell us how you're going to get on. But I guess I better leave that in case Rachie either doesn't want to or can't come on. So that's fine. Oh, so any plans, 42, now? Future videos?
Yeah, I had a plan actually to record a video this evening, and then suddenly some baldy Mrs. Sensible created an announcement that he's going to do a live stream. So instead of recording, I'm here.
Yep, okay.
But I will I will not do that today, looking at the clock. No, I will go do that tomorrow.
Well,
and I'm not going to say what it's about.
No,
there will be
fine.
lots of fail.
Lots of fail. Is it Flatsoid again? No, don't tell me. I'll look forward to it. I do.
So far, I didn't include him yet. It will be multiple Flerf. But I will see what he has done lately. He might make the cut, maybe not. I don't know.
And what about you now? You still carrying on with
Yes, I'm
Advent
working
calendar?
We actually, I've been thinking about talking to you guys about this, because it's not a lot of feedback about it, but I've seen a little, and some people don't like that I let Little Miss Now tease flat earthers and laugh at them and point at them a little bit. And,
well, I think that's an interesting point of conversation now, but can I just say, just before we go into that Multi Tom Tom said, I can't believe 80 people like this stream. Nor can I, Tom Tom. There's 105 of you out there. Come on, we want 105 likes. Thanks, Tom Tom. Appreciate the heads up on that one. Now it's an interesting question. I saw a couple of people commenting on it. I did.
Even on my channel,
yeah. I don't know if I don't know if you're aware of it, Microraptor, but Now's daughter, I'm not sure what her age is. I'm not saying or asking, but she's a young lady, is doing these videos with her dad. I don't know if you've seen any of them, and if so, what you think about that.
I actually haven't seen that many videos of yours, but Yeah, I don't know. It depends on in what way you do it. So, yeah, you get. I don't know. I don't really. I don't know is the answer.
Well, what I basically is doing. First of all, I'm presenting facts, and I'm teaching my daughter about physics and the actual world, because I do believe I am supported by science and facts generations back. So I do think I am in the right, and obviously then I show people that completely willfully misunderstands these facts, and she reacts quite heavily sometimes by doing face palms. And yes, I have taught her how to do a proper face palm, so that she doesn't hurt herself. But most reactions are honest and true, but people think that I am sort of teaching her to become a bully, which she's not. She's actually a very nice young lady, well acquainted to the society. I'm not sure what to say. I'm not prepared to quit doing this because we're having fun together. But I do see these comments. They're not many, but I have seen them.
No, I got only one on my mirror.
So what do you think about it, 42?
Well, obviously, I don't quite agree with the people against it. Otherwise, I would not have mirrored that video. And now Opinion asked me beforehand if I wanted to be the target of his video. So I am fine with it. I do understand the concern from the one comment that I had on my video. The sentence here is, "Don't teach them to go on the social media to ridicule them," and them being flat earthers. I can understand where they're coming from. I just don't think that Now Opinion is teaching that to his daughter. That is just a small portion of it right now. But behind the camera, I'm sure that is not what he's teaching his daughter in life and all the time.
And of course, you should teach her the facts, like why do we know these things? Like that is obviously important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, I'm quite willing to give my opinion as well, Mr. Now Opinion, although I'm going to address another comment from Multi Tom Tom where he says, "I am not on Mr. Sensible's payroll." I know, Tom Tom, you do it for the love, but you do know that you get that odd backhander every now and then. We'll keep it between ourselves. PayPal will come. Thanks, pal. He's a good bloke, you know. He's like a secret agent in the flat earth world, guys. Yeah. Right now, first of all, I think that your daughter is totally lovely. You know I think that. And I think that you, with her, for instance, when I did the announcement video about Mage and you sat and recorded yourself with her, when just for that second you said, "He's going up to space," but you were with, I'll never forget that. I thought that was totally lovely. You were doing that with your daughter. I think 100%, no, not think, I know 100% that the stuff we're talking about, like when you went up that tall building and you had a barometer and you're measuring the air pressure, that is science. It's science at a kid's level she can appreciate and get a basic understanding. I think that is a wonderful thing. And I think you just spending your time with your daughter doing stuff that's constructive like that is also a wonderful thing. I really enjoy the videos, I really do. And so does Mrs. S when she's seen some of them. I suppose my only concern is if there was any attacks aimed at her. Now, at her age, of course, I guess you've got control and she wouldn't see it and you could delete anything long before she did, in which case I think there's no harm is done. In an ideal world, I can see no reason why I shouldn't do it and only positives. My only concern is that this isn't an ideal world and some people don't know where to draw the line. Here's an example. We've got the new channel of Mrs. Sensible, nothing to do with Flat Earth, Globe Earth, and in my advertising about it on here I said everyone's welcome, flat or globe, just leave that outside because I'm going to delete any comments. Well, I found today someone had posted a comment where they used half of a a YouTube URL, so it didn't get automatically picked up. So it was just the /watch ? And a link. And that had been posted, been up for a few hours. So I had a look, and it doesn't bother me. It was a sort of 10-second video, and because it was a Hellraiser video, they'd done the pinhead pins on my face. Okay, yeah, I can take a joke. That's not, that's fine. I don't mind that. But why bring that onto that channel? That's pathetic. If they posted it here, I'd have just left it because it's funny. But it was on there, so I deleted it. Now, some people cannot respect simple rules like that. In my case, it's a separate channel with me and my wife. Nothing to do with all this. Nothing to do with any arguments I may have with anyone. And my concern is if someone can't accept that this is a guy and his young daughter having fun, doing something constructive, doing something based on good science. It's a learning thing for her, having fun at the same time. If they abuse that.
To be honest, nothing. We have had no bad comments, not from flat earthers.
Good.
I think the closest we have come is the guy that you debated, or was it on Modern Day Debate? He actually mentioned it. What was his name?
Oh yeah, Stirrup. Yeah.
George Stirrup.
Yeah. Howard George Stirrup. Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, he talked to you in that debate, and he complained that you were supporting fanatism, and he said that me and my daughter were using fanatism instead of science or something like that.
So using what instead of science?
I think he used the word fanatism.
Fanaticism? Being fanatical?
Yeah, as in
fanaticism.
Ah, right.
Sorry. That's okay. Fanaticism.
My fantastic English is showing.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what now. I think that's the first time you've ever stumbled over a word that I'm aware of. So, hey, how's my Swedish? When my Swedish is better than your English, then I can complain about your English. So what did I say to him at the time? Because you'll have to forgive me, I've forgotten.
Well, you basically said that you gave this example of how me and Miss Now is actually performing scientific experiments and reading the results, which you did a really good job, and you, of course, won that argument as well. But I was just using that as an example, and I think that was the first time someone has actually mentioned it in a
right. So generally, they've been all right about leaving that aside, have they?
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Well, I hope so. Because there's no reason why not. Yeah, I guess it's just... So, I mean, if it was me with my daughter, I'd probably be doing what you do. Mrs. Sensible might be a bit more circumspect and a bit more concerned, but that's just different people. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I really don't.
Yeah.
And I do think you've got a great relationship with your daughter now, and it shows.
Yeah, we have a fantastic time. Yeah.
Cool. Well, obviously, rate Chi 50 didn't come in. That, like I said, that's absolutely fine. Who knows what her plans are? I don't know. Maybe she's just about to run off to SC Toon. And George has just posted. George Snatiuk's just said the anonymity in cyberspace tends to bring out the worst behaviour in some, and it does. There are some people who are absolutely foul, but I guess you're always going to come across those in life. But I think you're right, George. Some people think they can hide behind a keyboard and don't think about the people that they're targeting. I mean, I guess now, and U42, we got channels. We know that when we do a video about Oakley or Flatsoid FE or whatever, we're going to get them punching back. And that's fine and expected, isn't it? As long as it's pretty much on point with just a bit of name calling.
Well, to be fair, I expected a lot more backlash from Flat Earthers, but I'm very much in the clear so far. On one video as an exception, and that already died down a little bit as well.
Yeah.
But compared to some others, I'm getting very little feedback actually from the Flat Earthers.
How did you feel? We won't go into that video, but after that, and yes, there was a lot of. How did it make you feel?
Well, they clearly didn't realize what I actually have been doing and what the result was. and they didn't think it through really. If this was something that the Globe site would have wanted to exploit, I would not have exposed it, obviously.
Yeah.
That they didn't think it through.
A sort of lack of logic, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was Dora is Mr. S is Mr. Shrink. I mean, I've had some just straight arguing back, like Kyle from Flat Earth Institute of Science. He tends to do considered response videos, which I might think I disagree with. I might think are a load of rubbish, but they're polite videos, and I've had some which have been quite nasty. I had Oakley with his doxing, sort of slight leaning towards doxing of myself, and Sleeping Warrior with his disablist hate speech towards myself and about 4 other creators as well. That was probably about the worst, and the police got involved with both of those. It shouldn't ever come to that, but there we go.
Yeah, and I got one very hateful comment from a certain Jake that YouTube already intercepted and deleted, but I got the...
Is that Mr. Arsehole?
Yes, he's actually watching my videos, but YouTube deleted the comment automatically. I just got still the notification, and I will not repeat it here.
You would think that with the bile he spreads, the amount of things that must get caught, you know, it's like, if you got struck for copyright 3 times or community standards 3 times, your channel goes. Surely they can do something with the amount of bile he's spreading.
Apparently not. I don't get it either.
No.
They almost always seem so angry, Flat Earthers. There's like there's some anger there that they aren't dealing with. Seems.
I think you're right, my crow. Is it because basically no matter which way they turn, no matter which evidence they present, there is someone who instantly flat smacks it, but shows how wrong it is. I mean, I'm going to just pop it up on screen again, just in case anyone didn't see this. This was earlier on today on Oakley's channel. I was in the side chat arguing about flat globe and kept bringing up nautical miles and demanded, finally, after asking about 10 times, then tell me, what is a nautical mile? Stop avoiding me, please. And this is the response I got. A nautical mile on the sea moves up down like a string, not pulled snug, which is why 0.15 miles is added. That's all it is. I mean, when people put things like that forward as evidence, it's not surprising that myself and other debunkers jump on it and show how stupid it is. And it must be hard to be shown to be stupid all the time. Sorry. And what do you say to that? I just don't know. But it's their choice to be on here, just like it's yours and mine. So
you can only take a screenshot and share it exactly as you did.
Yes.
There's not really a reply to that.
No, I just thanked him. I said you're going to be famous. I mean, I expected something better than that. Even
well, it is new. At least it's
it is new. It's the first one I've heard of that bouncy C string or whatever it is, and it makes a change from Brian's logic and his Sky Miles. I did ask if I could cash them in for a flight to Alicante, but I didn't get a reply to that. Oh, dear.
I'm actually surprised he got the 0.15 correct.
Yes, I know. I was quite impressed with that. But so we should give him credit for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right, guys. I think at this point, yes, at this point, I was going to say I'm feeling quite tired.
Mm-hmm. We can see that.
Yes. So if you don't mind, what I'll do is I'll drop you guys into the waiting room, and I'm going to wind up the stream. So I want to thank you for being on here, of course. So, Mr. 42, as ever, and I'm sure we'll catch up soon, pal. Okay.
Absolutely. Sorry, I was muted for a second.
That's all right. Okay, you take care. Look after yourself. And do you want to shill out your next video, or is it not at that point yet?
I didn't even start recording it yet, so I will not shill it out.
Good job
shill
I
out
didn't say I enjoyed it.
I did just shell out my channel in the side chat.
That's quite all
If you
right.
want to subscribe, click the link and hit that button. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you
And
for it
don't
too. You
panic.
take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And now, Pinion.
Yes.
So can you tell us what your latest advent calendar is and give us a heads up on maybe on your next one? Secret forewarning for people here.
Right, so during this stream, I republished the Flat Earth Goes Boom Boom, which is a famous video in this community, I hope, where we, amongst others, make a little bit fun of Nathan Oakley, where we pronounce his last name with a silent J. We also have our comments show tomorrow, which we do every week. So tomorrow is the comment show. So see you there.
Excellent. I don't know. Can you drop a link to your channel in the chat?
I can.
If not, if one of the other mods can get hold of Nell Pinion's channel and drop it in there, that'd be great. Well, thank you, Nell, and please say hello to Little Miss now. Tell her Mr. S says hi.
Take care.
Okay, all the best. Thank you. Bye-bye. And Micro, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, very welcome. I hope that you've felt welcome and comfortable on the show, and do feel free to come back again sometime.
Yeah, very welcome.
Cool. All right. Bye-bye. What I'll do is I'll pop you back into live waiting room. That stays open, so you're welcome to chat with everyone, and I'll pop in a few minutes' time, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Wow. This is all enjoyable. Very, very enjoyable. I would like to say thank you to everyone who's joined in tonight. Even you, Multi Tom Tom. Even you, because you do help make the stream special. Very special. And Gary Wybenga, who's actually in the live waiting room. I'll have a chat with him. But Gary, if you're still listening, I understand that you didn't really get on to Dick Dawson. Please, if you want to have this debate, give us an email and we can arrange it. I won't pass your email address on to Thingamajig or the other way round. That's fine. I'm happy to be a neutral middleman. And if you decide to hold the debate and if it is hosted on my channel, I will be an absolutely neutral moderator. Okay? I would jump on you as fast as I jump on the other guy and the other way round. You know what I'm saying. Okay, right. So thank you very much, everybody. All of you who are in here, subscribers, members, patrons, and those who super chatted, I appreciate you all. I really do. Next will be, where are we? What is the date today? I said the 1 minute debunk will be on the 22nd. And in the next couple days, maybe Tuesday will be the next video on first time watching. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's just about finished. It was Mrs. Sensible's choice of video. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It's nice spending time with Mrs. Sensible, getting digs in the rib when I say the wrong thing. That's fun. Anyway, everyone take care. Until next time, stay sensible.
Mr. Sensible, Mr. Sensible, bring me some cheese, and get me only the best if you please. Here are some flowers, let me display them. Yea, better one, or you have gone all slay them. Mr. Sensible, you are a man. Every subscriber is a faithful fan. Bring your logic and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help us out, please. Mr. Sensible, I needed proof of gravity, so I jump off the roof. It had let me go further. Why was I ever such a dumb flat earther? Mr. Sensible, I'm such a clown. I am the laughing stock of the town. milk and your cheese. Mr. Sensible, help me out, please. Mr. Sensible, bring me a sphere, to which the waters of the oceans adhere, have explanations that let me be candid, so clear that all the Flerf must understand it. Mr. Sensible, please hear my call, we